sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
You know what I mean? It's not really scalable. You know, and I think from a man's perspective and being a father myself, we always looking for the business and the box that we can hand over to our children, that they don't have to do what we did to get it to go, but they can sit back and reap the benefits from it by not even having to make high level decisions, but just keeping the family name going and saying, this is my business because my dad, my mom, or my forefathers put it together in such a way, I don't have to do nothing but just survive or live. You know what I mean?
Now, we keeping that, and we gonna start right here. This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Get your fucking life together. And I got Saf with me.
Yo, I'm in the building. It's your girl, Safia, a.k.a. Sunny Brick from OnTheSceneMagazine.com, and I'm in the building.
Yo, and as you can see on the screen, we have Kiyah and Ray, the lovely couple that own and operate Got Laundry.
Got Laundry. Look at their glasses,
Ray
too.
got the good glass. I'm gonna sit with y'all on that
one. We gotta represent.
No, but once again, like I said, Got Laundry is you guys' business. This is something that you guys started from the ground up, right?
Yep.
I love it.
Bro, when we say from the ground up, like $200, door hangers, t-shirts.
Nobody asked for this recipe. He said from the ground up.
That's how the grind started. And we grabbed our kids, we picked a block, and we was door to door hanging out, passing out door hangers. And 10 years later, we're still here. So we know about we know about the grind. We know about the hustle for sure.
Well, I want to salute and congratulate y'all on that, because small businesses, 50% of small businesses fail in the first 5 years. So y'all already successful. You know what I mean? And it makes so much sense. It's a service that when are you not going to need? You know what I mean? Especially everybody busy now. The whole household works 2 jobs now. So to have a service like the one that y'all created is makes sense, especially in our community. Like, we don't even be privy to that kind of shit.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Everyone has laundry, and between laundry, dishes, house cleaning, I think laundry is the top chore that's up there that everyone can't stand doing. You can put the clothes in the washer, you can put it in the dryer, but then you're not folding it. Or you put it in the washer, you forget to put it in the dryer, then you got to rewash it again. Like, it's the chore that everyone can't stand doing, and it's the one thing that everyone has. Everyone has laundry.
Yeah, and laundry is one of those type of tasks that has so many intricate processes to it that you don't really think about it. And this is why, as some aspect of the process, somebody hates it. Right. Somebody says, I'm okay with putting it in the wash, but I can't never remember to put it in the dryer. Someone says, okay, it's in the dryer, but I forgot to get it out of the dryer, and now I got wrinkles and I have to do it all over again. Or I washed it and I dried it, but I didn't fold it. I folded it, I didn't put it away. And now we ain't talking about, did you get it in the wash? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's some aspect of it where folks is like, oh, this thing is a problem. It's just in the way.
What prompted you? How did you even come up with the idea to do the business?
Because it was a problem in our own household.
Okay. So you saw a problem, you wanted to be a solution. You found a solution.
Oh, listen, we was fighting over who gonna do the laundry, right? It would be one of those things, you know, me and my wife met in nursing school. We came out of nursing school, hit the ground running, you know what I mean? Trying to change our lifestyle, you know, as it was for me at the time, and not to be on no gender type roles. It was like, yo, I'm gonna work and I'm gonna do most of the work because I need you to be home, making a home for our children, because we were blending our families. And so she was working and I was working. She had a nice little 4-day work week, you know what I mean, with a 3-day weekend every weekend. And I was working 7 days a week, grinding 16-hour days. And laundry was the problem. It was that, you know how when you having an argument or you picking an argument, you're not fighting about what you really should be fighting about?
Right.
You know what I mean? But we should have been fighting about the laundry, but we was talking about other things when really the laundry was the problem. Because it was like, who gonna do the laundry? And when we did realize it was the problem, then it was like, all right, you should do it. And then she was hit me with the finger, no, buddy, you can't tell me how to spend my time, how to do it my time. You should do the laundry. And I was like, oh, man.
And he's missing one important factor. When in our family at that time was with 5 children. Not 1, not 2, 5. My dude. Either you gonna sit here and help me with this too, or we're gonna be looking at this laundry piling up. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and do laundry for a family of 7 at the
we're not gonna get into male-female aspects of things. I mean, because at the end of the day, I could have been like, yo, I don't want to work these 7 days a week, 16-hour shifts. But you know what I mean? We had to trade off some kind of way. And ultimately, I had to learn that my wife's time was just as valuable as mine. You know what I mean? And what she was doing outside of work was just as important as what I was doing inside of work. And that was, like I said, making a home for our family. And ultimately, the laundry was, you know, some of the casualty there. Because it was like, yo, the house is clean. Kids is fed, they happy, but that laundry piling the fuck up back there. You know what I'm saying?
And nobody touching it.
And it kept lurking like a monster back there. And every time we knew it was breathing down our neck, and we know that's the problem, we was picking a fight on other things. And when we realized laundry was the problem to our marriage, or at that time our relationship, I mean, we had to figure out a solution. And ultimately, that's how Got Laundry, you know, came to life.
So y'all solved everybody's laundry argument for him?
hey, we trying, bro. We trying.
But we realized if it was a problem in our household,
it had to be a problem.
It had to be a problem in everybody else's household, you know, to the college student, to the elderly, you know, to the single parent, to the blended family. Like, laundry is universal.
Yeah.
Where do you see a percentage that goes more to one kind of base than another? Like, you just named plenty of different types of people. Do you get more business from one walk of life than another, or is it equal?
I think it's been pretty consistent because that's the universal vibe of laundry. I can tell you, to your question, honestly, it was more women who use our service than men.
Why you smile like that? You look like you was happy to say that. Like,
I definitely was happy to say that.
Because now he's realizing what my point was.
No.
He's realizing I
we
had
about to have a fight now. Listen, we got to fight right now over some goddamn laundry. The point that I'm making, and why I smiled like that, was that I thought going into the business, not having a marketing science mind, I thought that it would be more men who would be attracted to the service, because I thought men didn't have the care about their laundry and other people dealing with their dirtiness versus women. But women was like, fuck that. Take these panties, take these drawers, take all of this, because you're freeing me up.
That's the thing I thought about women. I thought, like, women have clothing items that are more sacred to them than we don't, boxes is boxes to us. Like,
right.
So like y'all got different shit with different kind of things, and it got bobbles and stuff attached to it, and all type of material, and you know what I mean?
Yo, man, and I thought I was gonna have to, hard sell to women, because I told them, I said, listen, your intimates remain intimate with us, right? You know what I mean? Ultimately, because who's picking up your clothes isn't the person serving your clothes, so the person serving your clothes don't know who you are. So, but they didn't really care. It was just like, yo, just take care of my delicates in the best way that they come back the way I sent them out. But they didn't really matter to them, us doing the laundry and who it was that was picking it up, washing it, folding it, or bringing it back.
Right.
We have come across some intimates.
Oh yeah.
In our
I don't know. They don't know about the stuff we found in the laundry.
In our family.
The things we find in the laundry.
We was like, whoo. We kept it.
Look at James' face. James like, whoa.
But we kept it sacred. We returned it, and one piece, and in the bag that, some of the things came in, and we just said, hey.
Sex toys, bro.
We can't service all that.
Yeah, man.
Like a whole bag, like
whole bag of sex toys, bro.
No, we're not gonna touch this with gloves.
Just in there with the dirty laundry.
Just in there with the dirty laundry, bro. strap-ons, whole strap-ons and everything. You like, yo, what's this joint?
I'm glad
Yeah,
y'all wear gloves.
Yeah.
Man. So, we had to put together a little formal email and said, hey, we're going to deliver back your intimates that we received in the bag, but we can't service those particular items.
Imagine dumping out the laundry, going to sort it, and you got a dildo, bro, falling out. You like, whoa, what is that?
Yo, the laundry game is way more exciting than I gave you credit for.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Yo, are they? I can't. You know, I don't even. I'm gonna save that question.
Go to the next question, Sam.
Right, next one. So, how do you guys? What's your marketing strategy now? I know you said you started with door hangers, and I remember when that was a tool or tactic that a lot of people used. What do you do now? How do you get your word out now?
Man, keeping it a bean. Word of mouth is really what has driven us from day one and to now. And based on what we've done in 11 years of our tenure here, our reputation is, somewhat a bit of a marketing strategy. So with that, there's a lot of social media. You know what I mean? So, due to COVID, we are really relaunching. We lost a lot of clientele through the process, but a lot of those people were looking for us to come back, want us to come back. And so social media right now is one of those low cost entry, kind of very effective tools. And ultimately, social media is what we're hanging our hat on right now.
Well,
I'm sure y'all got enough work, so that's good. That's cool. Because, marketing dollars is a motherfucker.
Absolutely.
That part.
It's a motherfucker.
That part. But that's the heartbeat of a business,
Absolutely.
bro. And you know that, right? You know what I'm saying? Without that heartbeat.
Major.
Right.
Oh, man, I need you then. Where you at?
And also the value of word of mouth also, though. So I just wanted to hear, how you guys get your word out. But the value of word of mouth is invaluable. I don't think, it talks about the credibility of the business. So I think that it's really important to have as well. So let's shout out to you for that. That's really good that you can have that for so long. You guys been in business now 11 years. So
Man, it helps a major part that I guess we're one of the early pioneers. We're the trailblazers. We started it. So having a good work ethic and a good service and product is what helped the word of mouth kind of, take off the way it needed to.
And something that stands out about us that he isn't mentioning is that we're in the business to give back. We're not just doing laundry. We're giving back people time. We do things in the community. We help with donations for the homeless and college students and everything else. So to most or to some people, it just looks like we do laundry, but we're giving back time. We're giving back to the community, and again, that's how our brand gets to grow in our hometown, our own city.
And I could co-sign that. I'm aware of those moves. They make those moves specifically on some real shit. And that's something that we always preach to people, no matter what walk of life or place you are in life. If you can help. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's very big to me. But we started out at the very beginning. I joked and said we're going to keep it because we're going to keep it. We was talking about legacy. And I'm going to let Saf explain her legacy real quick because I think that you kind of led into something that's interesting. But go ahead.
Okay.
Absolutely. It definitely led into something interesting. And speaking to your legacy and what you want to leave, what your father intended to leave to you and your sister. And
we good, by the way. We happy.
Yeah,
I know that.
But the fact that it's intentional, though. But what? It's really important that it's intentional in our community, right? Because a lot of people, I'm thankful and we're blessed that we have the legacy that we do have. But it's important that we use our platforms to make sure we convey messages, to make sure that more people understand the importance of legacy, right? But my legacy is, so I have On the Scene magazine, and it's a positive platform digital magazine. And so I'm the publisher and editor of that. And my father was the publisher and editor. Thank you. My father was the publisher and editor of the Philadelphia New Observer newspaper. And his father was the publisher and editor of the Washington New Observer. And his father was the publisher and editor of the Washington Observer as well. So thank you. I'm the fourth generation editor and publisher.
Family editors and publishers.
Yeah. So just like as he said,
it's different.
But you know how you said that your dad was even starting at 8. Like I literally started working when I was 6. When I learned my alphabet, like my dad had me filing his files. So I was doing that work since then, and it actually resonated recently when we were on another platform how he was grooming me without even knowing he was grooming me. Because we were actually talking a little bit before you guys jumped in, and it was things that he didn't see from me because I was a girl, right?
Right.
Wow.
But but I have a brother, and so but my brother was younger, and so he was forced to kind of have me tag along. So I learned things without him even intentionally setting me up to do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But with this being said, it's really important that we teach our children and that we give back. Just like you said, I want to also commend you for the power of giving back that you have, because it's important that we give back to our community as well. But legacy is important. And I just want to maintain my legacy. Again, I have 2 children as well, and I'm just trying to make sure that I give them even more than what my parents and my family was able to give me.
Right.
Exactly.
But they've been in print since fucking slavery was abolished.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Like that's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy. That's true legacy,
history,
right?
yeah.
Because you're talking over 100 years. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, you know.
Yeah.
And in today's day and age, for the African American community, that's very far few in between. You know, that's not even really existing, because a lot of our people sold out early.
Right.
You know?
And it's interesting you say that, because there's something I charge myself with too, is being responsible not to sell out and to convey messages that are important to us. Like this hoodie that I have on, you might have seen him rock it a couple times, but the message on it says that the Black press is the voice of Black America, and it's really important that we tell our stories in our own perspectives and our own voices from our own eyes, right? Because our narrative too many times is altered and changed, and not the true story is told. So it's important that we share these platforms and we share our messages and make sure that we, like you said, don't fold and stand firm. So
yeah, no pun intended with the don't fold.
I heard it too. I was about to tell you right now. I heard it too, bro.
Yeah, you heard it, bro. You heard it. I like how you incorporated that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for that. You know what I mean? But I love that message, Sam, because I think ultimately what we see all the time is other people are telling our stories, and we not even getting the real story.
absolutely.
And not to be on no racial type time or no biases, but can't nobody tell our story like us. You know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of the, you know, true essence of why we do what we do gets lost in what we do for our families. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, as far as y'all, because y'all got a gang of kids.
We got a gang of kids.
How do the children take to the business, and what's their entry point?
Let me start, because he might go crazy on or we may have to part 2 this.
You try to make me cry, bro.
Hilarious.
You try to make me cry, bro. Like, oh.
I mean, I can't say just like most, but again, we're just trying to do something that was never taught to us before. We don't come from a family of entrepreneurs. We never saw this, you know, with our parents, our grandparents. So to be quite honest, this is something that's new to us.
We first generation
and
entrepreneurs, both
trying
sides.
to, get this thing going for our family. And with the business and with our day jobs and everything else, we didn't realize that to our kids in particular, we make this shit look easy, and it's not.
Yeah,
they see the grind, they see the hustle, they reaping the benefits, for real. And although
because y'all dinners look fantastic, by the way. Y'all eat like y'all out somewhere when y'all home all the time.
Man, they reaping the benefits, and we're trying to bring them along, with the process at a very early age. Because you figure when we started blending our family, my oldest at the time was 4, and his oldest was 9. So we had stair steps from 4 to 9.
Wow.
And
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Whatever the hell that counts out to be.
Right.
Yeah, somebody double lapped and everything. And it wasn't until our oldest.
Let me tell you something. Y'all smoking and everything? Pass that joint.
I mean, I would if I could.
It wasn't until our oldest at the age of 16 got his driver's license. And he just wanted to drive. We was like, we need a driver.
He wanted to help,
right.
Bro. He got his license with the intention to help.
That's true.
So to not finish our story, but out of all of our children, he was the one who was like, Dad, I see what you're doing. I want in. And he, you know what I mean? And what was good about it, just like you saw, like, ultimately, I didn't kind of nurture him to be an entrepreneur, but I wanted him to know that I wanted him and all the children to have access in places that we don't normally have access if we're not the boss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so when he saw me being a boss that I didn't know he was paying attention to, he was liking the command that I had in the room, the respect that I had in the community, the way I was moving with people, and how my name was just good in these streets. And that's not just pat myself on the back, although I heard Snoop say I like to thank myself.
I know that's
Sometimes you gotta thank you.
I like to thank me. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta thank you.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta thank you. You know what I mean? But in that process, when my son saw it, and he was like, yo, Dad, I can't wait to get my license so I could drive for Got Laundry. I can't wait to, be able to wear a suit and do what you do. Yeah. Man, I got the boy suited at 13. He was going to business meetings with me. I told him, listen, you're not going to sit in the back room. You want to sit at this table with me and help me make these decisions. Even if you don't know what's going on, you need to be in the room so you can get the vibe, get the lingo, understand the jargon that goes on around business meetings, and know who's real and who's not and how to make a decision. And so much so when that boy, the day he was able to get his license, and I think in Philadelphia, you can get your permit 16 months before your 16th birthday. Yeah, 6 months before your 16th birthday. So that on his 16th birthday in that time frame, he was testing to get his license, and he started driving, and he was sophomore, junior in high school, working and driving for the business in the evenings and on the weekends. And because he had been driving for so long, it was no problem to put him in a big, full of blind spot vehicle and tell him, yo, go rock out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he wanted to do. So with that being said, he was the only one that took to the business. Yeah. All the other kids was like, I want to do my own thing. I want to be like him. I like what my family is doing, but I wanted to do something different. And I don't think they really saw what was the goal and what we were really, really trying to establish. For them, it was still like, oh, y'all just do laundry. That's not attractive. That's not sexy.
Yeah.
That's not
too late neither, though.
I was about to say
it's still not too late, though.
Yeah, it's not. But
every kid wants to do their thing first sometimes. I mean, your son, that's dope. Like, and it was a lot of jewelry in what you just said about the situation with your son. But like the most important thing I think is that you said you didn't just take him he has to sit at the table. I think it was Arian Foster. It was one of the former NFL players that said he tells his accountant to talk to his kids since they was 3 or 4 or 5 years old and tell them about their budget, their portion of whatever and how it works. Say it to them in their language, get them to understand it, and they'll grow into learning their finances and how to handle their business. Right. But he said, I made my accountant talk to them from babies.
That's powerful.
Talk to them, tell them about their money. They don't have an allowance.
Right. Yep.
It ain't the regular 5-year-olds thing to deal with.
Exactly.
Right.
But if you teach them, by the time they 10, they on it. But now you say you got a son, I think his oldest, he said was like 8 or 9 or 10, somewhere around there. And he was like, now he wants a Lamborghini. So he like, he got all the power wheels. We go get you a little Lamborghini. He said, no, I want a real one.
Right.
He said, all right, well, you got to wait till you 16. So by the time you 12, we're going to figure out what you want to do. We're going to start you a company. And by the time you 16, you're going to buy yourself one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And it's powerful. It's that simple. And mind you, they're in a privileged position, but it's a mentality. Right. It's a mentality.
It's a mentality.
Exactly.
Exactly. And I have to say, at this point, with his oldest now being 23,
that boy's solid.
Everything that his dad says, hey, I want to go in this area. Oh, you want to start another business? I'm right there with you. Here's my portion. Mm-hmm. Oh, you want to do this? He is right on his dad's coattail, right by his side. I want to move like you move. And I know in order to do that, I got to be right by your side, up underneath you. It's not corny to him. It's not, it's, I want to learn. And I
y'all
see
not corny though. Like, I know y'all parents and every parent is supposed to be corny. Y'all not fucking corny. I kick it with y'all.
Oh, wow. What that mean?
I don't be around corny shit. It's fly shit only in my world.
You said you could be one of my kids, so you just told my age, bro. You just said I was old as fuck. That's what you said, basically.
That ain't what I said, man. I'm saying that y'all like, or some real shit, like the way that kids want to move out here, y'all still are able to move like that. Right. Like y'all ain't hung up nothing. Y'all are just adults. But at the same time, like,
That's it. Just
what
adult.
what we doing? We getting dressed? What we doing?
Yo, bro, we just big kids. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
We
Kids of a
should be.
different generation.
We
Niggas
should.
don't
Yeah.
work this hard for nothing, man.
Exactly.
You better say
Enjoy
it
it.
again.
Find
And
other
that's-
shit to do when you ain't on vacation. Don't be like my dad.
That's what I tell our kids. So we work hard, we play harder. You know what I'm
I love
saying?
you, Dad. I love you, Dad.
No, my dad, he picks his spots. He has his little fishing trips, and they go out. But it's like I just want him to relax.
Yeah.
More than that week or two of vacation at a time. Like I need you to just get used to not having to do something for a while.
Yeah, because
You
like
know.
you said, he's done everything right. He has everything. He has everything at his fingertips. He's a very blessed and rich in spirit individual, and
Absolutely.
he gets all about it.
That's why I had to run into the barbershop today and just hug his neck and say, "Look, man, I love you, bro." You know what I mean? Because
I see me later.
did I tell him that?
You probably
I probably didn't. Nah, he making up shit. But you know what I mean? Nah. Oh no, yeah, I didn't even tell him because I forgot, bro. It wasn't on my mind. I was out there grinding. But
It's cool. I'm not that important. I was just asking.
I told Dawn
Yeah.
though. I did tell you.
but to your dad's point, bro, old habits die hard, bro. You know what I mean? They die hard. You know what I mean? So
They
I'm
do.
wanting to retire early.
It could be way worse.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be way worse. I'm not gonna play this. I just
Yeah.
want him to breathe. You know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just want him to breathe. I know the average person after just the year we had last year needs to take a fucking deep breath.
Right.
Let alone somebody that's been moving the way he's been moving plus last year. You know what I mean? And try to maintain his business through the same stuff that everybody else, y'all had to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Things changing, and at his age, that was very, very touch and go for a while. So like, I just want him to breathe. That's all.
Yeah.
I just want him to
We
breathe.
got you. We got you.
So y'all met in nursing school,
Yep.
right? You ain't had no apprehensions about being a male nurse, or did you pick the course with the most women? What was going on?
Look at her face.
Yo, real rap. I did choose nursing for that type vibe. You know what I mean? You know, that's real rap. You know what I mean? But I also chose nursing because as I was thinking about how I was going to live and provide for myself and my family going forward, I felt like I was going to become like your dad. I was going to have to work 7 days a week, around the clock, do whatever I had to do for 30, 40, 50, up 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And so I knew nursing was that one profession that would allow me to work around the clock whenever I wanted to, where I wanted to, how I wanted to.
Yeah,
and I was going to make
of it.
flexibility in that. And I was going
family.
flexibility, stability, and durability. And I knew I was going to get a bag at it. You know what I'm saying? So I went that route. And then being in the woman-dominated industry was just a bonus.
Yeah, and I mean, on top of that, we need male nurses. Like,
And
it's
that part.
necessary. It's necessary
part,
as hell.
yeah.
Like, even though everybody in culture we make jokes about it, like it's necessary. It's
Bro.
necessary as hell.
Bro, I'm not a doctor, but don't nobody make you feel like you a doctor or you that kind of important. When you a male nurse, you walk in a spot, women are relieved, like, oh man, we got a man here who can help us in some of these, strenuous situations where we need a little muscle. Or just to kind of break up the woman vibe where, you just come and change the dynamics. But ultimately, like, yo, I felt like a superhero.
He was breaking up some shit. He was really breaking up some shit.
Bro, I was young back then. You know what I mean?
Oh, now you was young. Yo, bro, don't believe the hype. When we met in nursing school, I remember all his study buddies was girls.
Don't tell all that,
I
bro.
was like,
If
I'm
everybody in the class is female, who I'm supposed to study with, kid?
Come on, bro.
it was a couple of old heads, other men in there.
Old head. One boy was like
grandkids to
65 and he was a fireman. What he got to offer me? My other old head, he was an old school player.
He was a
So
player.
I was cool with him, but it was only me, him, and some other corny boy that was like,
Yeah,
man,
kid, you're not being fair, kid. That's
not being
rough.
fair, bro.
Wow.
And it's a way different thing when we get help from y'all. Y'all be on point, man. Women be about their business. I might go study with the homie. We might smoke a couple first, and there goes that study session.
Hi. This is Juice from Elevated Entertainment. Is this Font Production?
Hi, this is Kay with Font Production.
I am calling because I like to get some information on getting my business in order.
Okay, let's see what you have already. Do you have an LLC?
I do not.
Cool. Is your name already trademarked?
I think that is something I would like to get trademarked. I didn't even think about that.
Awesome.
I will be, and I do have a few artists that I work with, and I need to make sure that all of their business is taken care of and their music is covered legally.
Okay. Do you have those registered with a pro?
I do not.
What about your songs? Are they copyrighted?
One does, the others don't, but this is the reason why I'm calling, because it's time for me to get all of those things in order, and it seems like you do all of them.
I certainly do.
One-stop shop.
Absolutely. Let's get started.
I love it.
We spoke them. We talked about other shit.
We gonna be talking about you.
Yeah, man.
Seen her in the scrubs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, what we supposed to do?
Right.
I'm with you.
Thank you, bro. Because she never being fair, bro.
Yeah, that wasn't fair, Key. I'm not letting you get that off on my platform.
Oh, whatever.
I'm gonna get y'all old show though, cause y'all ain't gonna have enough time on here to give up all y'all personality. Y'all are hilarious.
Yo, I ain't even unleashed him yet.
You on your first drink, right?
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
I'm about to re-up.
Yeah, me too.
I'm about to re-up.
Time to re-up.
I'm about to re-up.
Yo, I can't.
Go ahead,
So what are some of moving forward? What are some of the goals that you have for Got Laundry? Some things that you want to accomplish in the next few years.
Man, that's a little bit of a loaded question, but I can answer it. I mean, because COVID took a lot from me. That kind of took with that taking so much from me, it took a lot of the hot air out of my balloon too. You know what I'm saying? So if I go back to what made me want to do this in the first place, ultimately the main goal was to establish something that I could pass on to my children. You know what I mean? And create a name for ourselves that wherever my kids go, all they got to do is say, I'm Taylor Wall, Raymond Wall. And the moment they say Wall, they're like, oh, I know you. I know your dad. Right. I know your business. I know what y'all done. But ultimately, I always had this thing. I wanted to be the laundry king. You know what I'm saying? I mean, where we come from, James? We come from, everybody that was a king did something that was not so right, but they had good intentions. This was my opportunity to do something right with good intentions that I could be the king of. You know what I mean? Because when you think about it, if I asked you who's got the corner market in the laundry industry, you're like, I don't know. But if I said to you who got the corner market in the burger industry, you're gonna name McDonald's, Burger King, and I wanted our name to be a name. And when somebody said, who out here dominating in the laundry industry? Got Laundry. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of my goals, and it still is a goal to be the laundry king. You know,
that's one of the things I think my dad and my uncle and my grandfather, because you talking about three powerful personalities. That's one thing that they did early was every time I went somewhere, if you was anywhere in West Philly and you heard my name, you knew who I was.
That part.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And
I've heard stories of
it's
that.
scary. It gets scary.
Yeah.
It gets scary. But it's a real thing.
Power type shit, but I wanted that based on something you guys said earlier. Privilege, right? I mean, privilege is not a bad thing. It just looks bad when it's not evenly distributed. You know what I'm saying? And abused. But I really wanted my kids to be safe in the city. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times your safety is based on your environment and who you're around. If people know you, they know when to say, go home, young boy, get away from here, get out.
Absolutely.
Right. You know I know your dad. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So ultimately, I wanted them to be safe. Secondly, I wanted them to be able to get access. So one of the goals and why I built Got Laundry was it was three things I want to give my kids. And I call it AIR, right? A for access, I for information, R for resources.
Yep.
Those are the three things.
That's a t-shirt, by the way.
Oh man, come on. That's the book coming out real soon. I'll tell you about that one later. You know
Put the t-shirt out first.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put it out there. You know what I mean? But ultimately those three things are the things that I know that, got me to where I am. And why I didn't get when I didn't get to it at the time is because I didn't have access.
Right.
I didn't have information. I didn't have resources.
Right.
And when those things started to come together separately, and when I realized the power of all three of them working for me, I was like, yo, this is what my children need to make it in this world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so ultimately, that's why I did it, man, because I needed them to have privilege and air. You know what I'm saying?
You on here talking heavy, man. You talking heavy,
breathe, bro. I needed them to breathe. You hear me?
And he's sober.
Yeah, but no, like, see, this is why I knew y'all was gonna be good for our platform, because this is what we talk about all the time.
I was about to say that.
We try to explain to people the fundamentals, the things that it takes to do what people out here doing, because everybody looks at it, like you said, sometimes it looks so easy, and everybody always, I could do it too, or why can't I? When the middle ground is so simple, because it's going to take shit to make shit. You know what I mean? That if you had an extra $2,000, you wouldn't have started with $200. You see what I'm saying? You started where you was at.
Right.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Like, that's why I say there's so much jewelry that just flows through natural conversation. Like, and I'll give it up on here. I got a nice little DM from Kiyah a day or two ago, and she was like, bro, what are we going to talk about? What's the list of questions? I just want to be prepared. I'm on auntie mode, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, we going to talk to each other. We going to talk about y'all business. But you was born prepared to talk to me. Like, we just going to talk.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I knew that in that conversation, a lot would come out without, we ain't got to force none of this. This is our lives. This is your life. We talking about legacies. We discuss legacy all the time.
Yeah.
Because even though I don't have any children, we're at a point in the life where it's beyond me. I done did as much shit besides the fly shit that I'm working towards.
Right.
So the rest of that is, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I got to go down in the book some way.
Right. And listen, you don't need children to build legacy, bro. You know what I'm saying? That last name Rice needs to just continue to carry on. You feel what I'm saying?
I mean, I think I still got time.
Oh, you got time. You got time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you got a lot of time.
Yo, Kiyah's face was crazy.
Yes, it was hilarious.
Yo, her
was
face
hilarious.
Be the best, bro.
Always,
she got a face that, she do certain things. I'm like, yo, you keep me laughing.
I was sitting on the step with Kiyah one time in front of my folks' crib, and we was talking about something we ain't gonna get into on here. And I said something to her about the topic, and she gave me this look. And I was like, and she was like, so such and such, such and such.
Right, exactly.
And the eyebrow went up, and I was like, say no mas. Say no mas.
Exactly.
She like the mask with it. You Jim Carrey with the faces.
Bro, listen. they be thinking this face sweet, bro. I be like, yo, what her mouth don't say, her face definitely be saying.
That's my problem. That's why I can't bullshit people, because it's written all over my face.
Right.
Bro, we be in here fighting because I'm like, yo, what that look mean? And she don't be saying shit. I'm like, nah, tell me what you thinking.
I'm
and
into
she don't
that.
be saying shit. And I be like, yo, what's up? Like, yo, we be going at it, bro. That face is a problem.
And you know what? It only become a problem because you going to try to tell me it don't mean nothing.
That part. Bro, we not gonna talk about that. We say that one for later, bro. We say that one for later, bro. Yo, call my Jack, man.
Oh yeah, I know how to turn them up. Go ahead, Sam.
No, I gotta have my girl back because listen, no.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I absolutely had Kiyah. I got your back. And
What's up?
Because I definitely do the same thing. I feel like it's I mean, I feel like that's being a realist too, though. I feel like sometimes like it's very hard to hide your emotions if you are genuine. Oh, see, there you go. See, stop putting it back around. Yay!
Stop putting it back around. You ain't going nowhere.
This is my best friend right here.
And that's how it should be. That's beautiful. First of all, I just want to say you guys are amazing, a dope, beautiful couple. Listen,
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to celebrate you while you're here because on our platform, because I think a lot of people aspire to be like you. So thank you so much for being an example of what Black love can be. So thank you.
And I mean, you mentioned you shot an overview of the fact that years ago y'all blended the families.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people have the perception of what's supposed to be family. And y'all are an example of something. When y'all pull up with the pull up, and everybody's respectful, and everybody go in their own zone. And I wanna definitely salute y'all on that, because that's something that outside of this conversation people wouldn't understand. Like, your kids range in all ages, but y'all come as a clan.
We pull up.
The door be open for like a couple of minutes. Like,
Here come another one. Here come another one.
But
well,
everybody
it's different now. We all pull up in different cars. They come through.
You still a gang. You still a clan though. Still a clan.
It's only gonna get worse, because now they all gonna start coming with +1s.
Right.
That part. The family will be growing real soon. But we not rushing it. We not rushing it.
Even if
we're not rushing it at all.
All in due time.
In due time. And I'm just glad we're at the space that we're at now, because as he was saying earlier, to be in the business together with your spouse is not an easy thing.
Not easy
you know, we went
not
to
at all.
I was going to ask that, because I was going to ask that question. How do you balance that? What's some gems? What can you?
He rides bikes for very long times. He rides a bike. He will ride a bike to Canada.
That's exactly
and I'm not
how
lying.
I balance it.
I'm not lying. He rides a bike all goddamn week.
Yeah, he not lying. I'm an endurance cyclist. Yeah, I do that. I do that.
Space. We met and we're nurses together. We work at the same. We went to nursing school together. We work at the same facility, the same client, and we run a business together, and we're in the same house.
The household together.
Boy, if you don't get out my face right now for 5 minutes,
yeah,
you about to lose your job.
Yeah.
But
and that's when Dawn sees you without him.
Yo, bro, that's why you see, like, so that's how we manage it, right? She got her outlets, and keeping it 100. It took me a minute to find what my outlet was, because keeping it real, like, yo, on some real nigga shit, like, yo, I don't fuck with a lot of dudes simply because what they do, I don't do, bro. And I don't have nothing against what they do, but I'm not out here chasing girls. I'm not out here gambling. I'm not here trying to be a young boy.
Right. You sound like me.
I'm a family man, right? You know what I mean? With the exception of, I'm a family man. I'm a businessman. I'm a husband. I'm a father. And after I take care of those roles, I'm trying to find me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because in finding me, a lot of dudes say, yo, I want what you want, Ray, but they're not willing to make the sacrifices I make to get what I have, right? I got my best friend. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't, she wasn't my best friend when I found her, but we grew a relationship that became best friends. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, you know, I always cling to her like, yo, what you doing? If you're not doing nothing, what's up? You know what I'm saying? But not realizing she needed her outlets, and I needed more of her, because I felt like I wasn't getting enough of her, because what we were doing in our various roles wasn't a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It was a partnership, whether it was school, whether it was business, whether it was work, whether it was parenting. It was always a partnership. It was never the relationship. And so after all the business was done, I was like, yo, what's up? You free tonight? She like, nah, I'm hanging with my girls. I used to be salty, like, yo, fuck them girls. Like, yo, man, what's up with me? Like, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? She like, nah, you gonna be here when I get back. I'm like, really? I'm like, oh, I guess you're right. I am gonna be here when you get back.
I was about to say.
I mean that it took time. It wasn't until my husband shared with me and just being honest and said, I didn't realize it. A lot of men, or most men, don't know how to find or have outlets, like he said.
Right.
You know, us girls side, we can go to the hairdresser, we can go to lunch by ourselves. We can go
it's
to
different. It's different because what he's speaking on, one, comes from confidence and being introspective. There's a lot of people in this world that'll just make friends or go places to have friends, to be seen, to be around people.
Exactly.
He was looking for something specific and was confident enough to know that until he found that specific thing, he wasn't going to just go around fishing when he had other things and other places he should be. You know what I mean? Like, that's a different angle. That's not something that all men go through, because most men don't go that far into it. They're just looking for things to do, or they're looking for people to vent to, or to be around, or to be like. A lot of the time, sadly, you see what I'm saying? So it takes that. I'm at a point where I've spent a lot of my last handful of years figuring me out.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
the more I figure me out, I've done good with my choice of friends through life. Like I'm proud of myself, but at the same time, I've figured out relationship flaws that I've had with my friends that might have been my fault, or things that I no longer want to be around. There was a time where me sitting on your block all day, chopping it with you and smoking wasn't about nothing.
Right.
Now you tell me the block hot, I'm not finishing this L. Cause I don't need to be out here. I got other shit going on. I can't imagine missing that because I was chilling with you. You see what I'm saying? So it don't take a lot, but it takes a certain mindset, because we're no greater than anybody. But you have to be confident and comfortable in yourself and what your goals are to be able to do shit like that, because we are social beings.
Exactly.
Yo, bro, it's funny.
And
you
it
said
took us some time to figure that part out.
on that social
That's
being
fine,
type
though.
time, right? This last year proves how much we need people.
Each
need
other.
people, right? You know what I mean? And so on that type vibe, as I was going through my transition, I had to be about 32 when I really decided what man I was going to be. And that's when I started really evaluating what my friendship relationships look like. It was all women. And keeping it a being, it was all women that had a specific purpose in my life that wasn't really pushing me to the goals of the man I wanted to be, but was helping me continue to be the man I was. And then the men that was in my circle weren't pushing me neither, because it was like, yo, y'all not moving the way my mind is telling me I need to be moving. And what y'all doing, I done outgrew.
Tabernacle.
You know right. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, it was like, yo, when I found this one, you know, and not to say this one to kind of, you know, when I found
I like this one. This one
You know
sounds
what I mean?
cute to me. I'm a different type of nigga.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. See, that's that man mind talking. So when I talk man mind talk shit, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know,
man, that was cute.
When I found this one, it was right. That's my point. When I found this one, it all made sense to what I was already thinking and processing internally. And it was like, yo, this is the one. And not to say no person should ever be the reason why you seek a different kind of lifestyle. But she was the one that was like, this is what I need to do, what it is that I'm already thinking about doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to become a different man, but I never had reason or purpose. And then it was like, yo, or someone to pull it out of me. And because of that, I know we're not talking about relationship, we just having a conversation, but because of that, I like who the fuck I am because of her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I like who you are too.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. And listen, I was always a good bull, but you know what I mean? My intentions was always, you know, uncertain. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, but now I kind of know exactly what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and who I'm doing it for. You know what I'm saying?
Doing it with.
And who I'm doing it with.
I knew that was coming. I didn't know you was going to lick her, but I thought y'all was going to kiss. I'm like, this just got mushy real quick. Didn't it? I think that's the first time it ever got mushy on here. We done did 100 episodes and it's got mushy.
And congratulations and cheers to 100 episodes.
Thank you.
100 episodes. Sipping with motherfucking Sammie.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
proud of you, bro. Seriously.
That's me having two women that believed in my vision and push the envelope to make sure that they dare to support and facilitate what I got to make happen.
Right.
You know, like she said, she has 2 children. You know, Font Productions K, she has a bunch of businesses and a 9-to-5 and all type of shit.
I know that's
and in between filming, we have to support other people, and we're blessed to be able to go on other platforms and promote our thing, and it's a lot that comes with that. So I walk in the rooms, me and 2 women,
right.
carrying a bunch of shit. And
and
we don't control the situation, but we give it good energy.
I know that's right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And when we do control the situation, then the energy's guaranteed.
Absolutely.
Right.
Oh,
No, like I put my life on it. You ain't sweat yet, and you was worried about a question list.
I wanted to comment.
Talk
on
to
that,
me
right?
nice.
On that question list, because at first I was like, yo, what the fuck are the questions this nigga gonna ask? Like, yo, on some type of time, like, yo, because it's you, it didn't really bother me like what the questions were, because I have no problem with answering any question, first of all, right? I'm an open fucking book.
I know that about you. I know that about you. Yeah.
You ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you. You might not like the answer, but I'm gonna give you the answer that I have to give you, and not the answer you thought you were gonna get. You know what I'm saying? But on that tight time, I do have to ask some people like, yo, what you gonna ask me? And stick to what you gonna ask me, because before you out here and try to either play my intelligence or try to, catch me off guard, I'm not doing an interview. And
see, I don't play them games. I don't play them games. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, I was an artist before I was media.
I know that's right.
I've interviewed at every internet station, damn near all the FM stations, couple AM stations in the city. And I know what was overdone, what was redundant. I know what made me uncomfortable. I know what I appreciated. And when I got on this side, which was technically by accident, I said I can't interrogate people.
No accident. Right. No accident.
I mean, it wasn't my intention. I went to support somebody, which is kind of my lifestyle. And I fell into a lot of positions very rapidly. I wound up having 3 shows at one time from not having any interest in doing it. You see what I'm saying? But what happens is I never wanted to make anybody feel the ways I never wanted to feel when I walked into these buildings or these interviews, or I'm meeting these random people that have whatever intentions they have. Also, I don't like the date stuff, and I don't want to be in the middle of nobody's foolishness or filth.
Right.
I'm about empowerment. I'm about supporting motherfuckers. I'm about love, all of that type shit. Because I'm fine. Yep. You know what I mean? Like being Sammie should be enough. Being James should be enough. You see what I'm saying? No matter how I come into a room, I shouldn't have to tell you something raunchy about somebody for you to be interested in what I have to say.
That part. And
because I can't maintain that.
Right.
That's not sustainable, and you get killed. We live in Philly.
Yeah, and for me, it's no value. It's no value in that either. Like, what do you even get out of it?
We live in
Philadelphia.
We live in Philadelphia. Wow.
Pennsylvania.
Yo, Pennsylvania. Like, yo. But on that tight time, just for the record, for anybody that's listening, listen, I don't have no problem answering any question. I just don't want to be caught off guard on some type vibe where this is not what I signed up for. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, but when I know it's you and it's my folks, yo, we can go ham all day in a conversation because I'm going to give you what I got.
But that's understandable. I get that. I get that sentiment completely. What I want and what I try to get people that do watch all the time or whenever they do watch to understand is that, like, I'm a safe space. You see what I'm saying? I'm not.
Our people need safe spaces, bro.
I'm not even going to let you go there. Because if we drinking and you know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
Understood.
But that's one thing that all of our guests literally always say, that this is one of the most, if not the most comfortable platform they've ever been on. And it's intentional because of the energy that we portray too. Like, we put out the energy. Like, he won't even let it go a certain way. And I don't even put out negative energy. I don't even talk about negative things. So
I don't let niggas talk crazy on glocawear. We be on glocawear. Niggas start talking on somebody's situation or some street shit. Oh man, not on my show.
No, yeah.
Do you know how accessible this building is? We not doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't play those games no matter what the platform is. If I'm in control, I'm not having certain conversations.
Exactly.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
That.
That's why my co-host has the number one positive platform that's on the internet right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man,
you see what I'm saying? I can't put her next to me and then have somebody in the middle of us talking crazy.
No, no.
That don't help her brand. Right now, she's fighting for mine at this very moment. You see what I'm saying? I can't do that. That's stupid.
Exactly.
That's stupid. I'd rather be on her side, because if everybody is perceived to want to see the bullshit, where's the motherfuckers that want to see the cool shit? They exist, man.
Come on, man.
And they sick of the bullshit. It's just like people that don't like what the radio play. Why you don't give them a station that play what they still love?
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know what I mean? Like,
me,
it's a lot of them out there.
Definitely.
Talking to me, because that's my issue with social media. Like, yo, our people cling to the bullshit too easily, too fast, too often.
Do you see my Facebook rants?
You know what I mean?
That's all my Facebook rants is about, is monkey see, monkey do, follower bullshit. It annoys me, and it's never one post. I'll wake up and see 5 of them in a row, and I'm like, all right, this is what we doing today, yo. This is cool.
Yeah.
Like, I never understood being petty, being cute.
What? I don't even know how those two go together.
Like everybody was proud to be petty. There was a proud to be petty movement at one time. Like y'all are exposing.
That is true.
Y'all exposing the worst sides of yourselves on this medium. But if you meet me in person, you're gonna act like a completely different person and act like the only reason you act like that on here is because it doesn't really exist. Where more people are gonna see you on here today than are gonna see you in person.
Right.
And you don't know what they had in mind for you.
Right.
Oh, that's me.
No, real shit. Like there's management, agents, people that want to do business with us that I see, and I don't like how they represent themselves on social media. And you're supposed to be the one telling me how to make sure I'm back in my play on it.
Right.
So I can't even utilize you because you want to be petty.
Yeah.
You want to air out business when business go bad to the masses. I don't want to be in that world.
Right.
You're burning bridges that may have potentially already been interested in me because I'm already out here moving. I might have met them outside of you.
Of course.
And you could shut that down for me because now I'm entangled with you and your Facebook rant.
Right.
It ain't gonna happen.
Man,
you see what I'm saying? And you know, motherfuckers, this is my page. Absolutely. But how long do you want this business to last, and what do you want that legacy to look like?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I talk crazy too, but I don't air no business out. There's no point in doing business with somebody that's going to tell your business to the world.
Right.
No. I always said, let me be the author to my business. Like, listen, if you want to know my business, hear from me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't play them games. Like, you got to be damn near Kiyah to be important enough to be able to tell my business that I had with you.
That part.
That's because I'd have been benefited enough for where I could wipe my ass with it.
I know that's right.
But like people don't realize that. Everybody thinks they're that.
Right.
You know, you do have a sounding board, but be safe and be consistent. Because one thing that you don't realize is that you could cuss out and disrespect as many boyfriends as you want on this motherfucker. We all remember that you had 9 boyfriends in the last 3 years.
Right.
What? How many you said?
9 in 3 years.
If you didn't have 9 in a week, come on now. I mean, I know some of them type.
You see what I'm saying? But you the victim.
Right, you the victim.
Everybody playing games. No, you playing pickup.
Right.
What?
You out here asking who got next.
Who got next?
I don't want no parts of that.
You like the girl in middle school that said, I ain't never did such and such with nobody that wasn't my boyfriend. All right, I'm your boyfriend.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Like we are adults playing these games and broadcasting it to the world as something different. It's very strange. But they do it, and then it'll be representing talent.
Yeah.
On top of that, just imagine that being your manager.
Right.
That's crazy, right?
No. Yeah.
They moving crazy out here.
It's very strange. So that's why I like to talk to people that understand business. They understand representation. They understand legacy. They understand building things. And a handout is a beautiful thing. But y'all ain't had it. Right. We started this conversation with $200.
Right.
$200. And something that I won't say pride ourselves.
Scared $200 a day, bro.
That was a lot of, seriously.
What I say, if it could have been $2,000, it would have been $2,000.
Right.
And I had the $2,000, but it was just like
not with the it's balance.
Yeah.
You know, only thing that we try to do in our business and just in general.
I feel like you was there when you said that statement because I was like, yo, I damn sure had the $2,000.
You don't understand how much I understand. Like this conversations that we've never had.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I've done quite a bit. Me and her have been in business together for over 15 years on different plateaus.
That's what's up.
You see what I'm saying? And in the beginning of it, I was throwing bricks at the penitentiary to do it.
Word.
So like I've always been on a certain path. I've always had a certain understanding. So I've seen exactly what I can, but based on certain things y'all say, I know the rest.
Right.
That's why I point out certain things because I want to reiterate it for the people that's listening. I know you know what you said. But I think that sometimes we get to laughing and the drinking and people don't realize that you just said you could do it too.
Right.
You said a lot.
That's my story with anybody come to me like, yo, I need a mentor. Oh, you can do it.
Yeah.
Listen.
But what I like about my bro is, and this.
Me? I'm your bro?
Shut up. And this is something, I mean, James and I talk, but we don't because we automatically know that we're family. Sometimes
that nigga been around forever.
but no, but he really has. I mean, that's a different story. That's a different story.
Like that young boy grow up.
You just made me lose the point that I was trying to freaking.
One thing that you appreciate about me.
You know what?
The fact that, thank you.
Look, that boy.
I want to hear this shit.
He's about to tell us how important he really is now.
Right?
We are.
Why not? I like to thank me.
Yes, but we're just getting to that point. So when we do get highlighted and bro, you let me know. You've been on my ass for how long now? Like, yo, come through. And I'm like, yeah, all right. Because sometimes as individuals, we like, this our story, but we don't have a story, or it ain't, it ain't the best or whatever. And we really don't, like you say, pay homage or respect to the work that we have put down. But I have to say, my bro saw something in me and us that at point in times that I wasn't seeing. It's just like, all right, we got a business. Yeah, we know a couple of other people that have businesses. Like, it's not a big deal. But he shut the hell up. But I remember, like, bro, ain't he ignorant, y'all? But
that's every day, cuz she always tell me shut the hell up.
Bro was on my heels, and in a good way. And I just thank you for seeing stuff or seeing things in us that at moments and times that we didn't see, and you didn't let up. And to the point, I was finally like, he ain't going nowhere. You're building this. He's building this platform. He's doing great. And oh, by the way, we do have a story to tell. and we're here. So I just want to say thank you.
See what I'm saying? Well, it's not about nothing. I'm glad you appreciate it, but you just brought my audience as a couple a whole lot of dope shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, absolutely. You have no idea the random feedback we get from certain conversations we have with people. I can already imagine what they're gonna say about us talking to y'all and what y'all said on here, because it's a lot of what people are trying to figure out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of what people are trying to figure out. Like, how do whether we're entrepreneurs together or one of us is and one of us isn't. If one of us is the dominant earner and has to spend time outside of how do we balance that? Where do we find that? Oh, this doesn't feel right. I give this example a lot. This lady said she was married for 20 years. She said for 4 years in the middle they hated each other.
Wow.
But she's glad they made it to 20.
I believe that.
It's like, you need people to tell you that, no, we not here because it was perfect, ideal, or any of that shit.
No.
We're here because we're best friends, because we really bang with each other, because that's my road dog and we gonna figure it out. Like, that's important enough, because nothing's ideal. Nothing's guaranteed to us. We don't come from, we keep talking about building fresh legacies. Or she still had to, even though she comes from an editing background, she still had to build her thing from scratch too.
Yep.
She wasn't handed a newspaper per se. You see what I'm saying? Like, even if she were, there was a lot of heavy lifting that would have had to been done for that to be a thing for her to run.
And like my sis said, because she is a female, because you are, you like you said, you felt it from the gate how you were, put in the position, but you really wasn't supposed to be in the position. But guess who got the position?
Absolutely.
And we've all seen her dad's newspaper. We've all read it before. For years. You know what I mean? Yep. For years. And that old ass commercial that come on with the two kids by the fountain, that's her.
That's her.
That's her. She the one.
Love it.
But that show you how, even when it come down to shooting commercials for your business, you use family for that.
Hell yeah.
You know what's interesting? I want to point out too.
Matter of fact, can we get y'all a commercial? Can we do a commercial for y'all?
For sure.
Okay.
What's up?
I'm gonna figure out a situation. Me and Font Productions gonna talk. We gonna give y'all something that y'all can run with.
Wow.
Listen. I mean, I got some, but you want to do a special
No,
one.
I want to figure out something. I want y'all to figure it out. But
I'm a king to figure it out. You know
but
what I mean?
if you want me to brainstorm with you, I'm with it. But I want to put a got laundry commercial on the Font production.
Nice.
That's what's up. Let's do it.
Okay, we good? K's good with it. I got the cosign.
Let's do it.
Wait a second. I feel like I'm about to go get the weed. I feel like I'm about to cry. Like, what the freak?
No, I wanna.
No, I got time to go run and get something.
I mean, if you want, go ahead, cause we rapping soon, but we got time. Go ahead.
It's cool. It's cool.
Wow.
Next
But
time,
no, I think I wanna figure out something decent, something that makes sense. It ain't gotta be we ain't motherfucking Disney. But
it's going to be great. The fact that again, we are so, and not in a bad way, we are so used to giving. That's our spirit. That's our nature. We're so used to giving that we had to, at a certain point in time in our marriage, our relationship, and our business, that we had to learn how to receive. And to be able to, for you to say this, and like I said, I feel like I'm getting emotional. And for us to be in this position,
40, bro. After 40, everything gets emotional. But go ahead.
And like I said, it's an honor because it just shows me and tells me, it reminds me that we're on the right path. We're doing the right thing. We too deserve blessings in return just as well. So again, that just means a lot. So thank you. We haven't even started yet, but thank you.
No, that's on me, and we're gonna do it soon too. No bullshit. So wrap your heads around the dynamics of whatever. If you need me to help with what those bullet points are, I will. But I got locations if necessary. I'm sure y'all do. I just don't know what energy or what vibe y'all want to create, but we'll pull it across, and it'll be a blessing to all of us. It'll be a blessing to all of us.
So I was getting ready to say something. You were about to say something not too long ago.
Oh, so we were talking about legacy. And I just wanted to point out that, again, with the slogan, this was my grandfather's slogan. So it's important that, we just reach back and utilize the things that we have. So I'm sure, I also wanted to point out, you might not know that your kids are paying attention when they're not. Because I didn't even know that I would be in this role. Like, I didn't, again, because my dad wasn't grooming me, so this isn't what I was even thinking about doing. And when the newspapers, with the times change and newspapers kind of dying, once his newspaper closed, I felt the void, and within 2 years I started my own business. So, and I too been in business for 11 years. This is my 11th year also.
And I was on her neck that whole time before that.
And I was about to say that too. So Kiyah, thank you. So Kiyah, he did the same thing to me as well. So because I talked to him, this has been my close friend. We went to Ivy Leaf together. So we've been friends since second grade. And when I was telling him about the void that I felt, he was just like, just do it. He just kept telling me to do it, and I did. So
like, nigga, what you want me to work for you? I'll be your staff.
He definitely said that. He definitely said that. So, Kiyah, I definitely feel your sentiment with that because he did the same thing for me too. Yeah.
Wow. So this is a different type vibe that now James and I are on. We came together as family. Like that was just automatic.
She ate up all the leftovers.
Oh, I used to come over and get the plates too, though. Hold on, you already know.
Everybody eats Linda's shit.
You already know.
And you're like, you here again? Look at me again. I ate the last piece of chicken. Get out my face.
Like literally. Like I come in the house like, oh, so it's not no more. Okay.
Right.
But I just appreciate the fact that now we're starting to become friends. And again, to see you in this light is something different, from what I'm used to. But it looks good on you. You're doing it well. And again, like I said, I'm just ecstatic about all of our future. So again, thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad that I was able to have y'all on here. I want to spotlight, and I got a third element situation I'm about to set up too. I want to make sure that we cover everything, because one thing about this platform is when I started it, I could have called in a lot of favors just to get a runoff of names. I wanted it to start organically with people that are closest to me, with people that I know I can have real conversations with. But the names is coming, and they've been sprinkled in between. And even if anybody watches the Trippins that's watching this, you'll see them on there. They always talk about the platform and what it is. But I just haven't been so anxious to sit them down long term yet, because I wanted to make sure that I did first things first. You know what I mean? And y'all was part of that. And like, you actually made it. This will probably be episode 99. Even though we already did film the 100th, I'll be clear with everybody.
I know
this
that's right.
99. Y'all made the first bean.
Yeah.
Listen.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's big to me. That means something to me.
Yeah. No,
turn me up.
That means something to me. And the only reason we really counting is because not because it's the 100th episode, but because we haven't missed a week.
Right.
With all that life is thrown at us, with the transition from this was a traveling podcast. You see what I'm saying? So with everything we had to build a studio in the house. Like that type of shit. So, but we didn't miss a week. We covered the riots from the beginning on some CNN shit. It was at the bottom of the screen. We was talking about it at the top of the screen because while we was filming, I got a phone call that it was going downtown.
Right.
We did the George Floyd protest as a pod.
I seen you out there.
You know what I mean? Like we were able to cover those times. We didn't have an excuse. We didn't find an excuse. If somebody got to go on vacation, we gonna film 3 episodes and make sure we got a couple in the tuck.
Right.
But we didn't miss a week. That's where it gets beautiful at. Because that's real persistence, and that's when I say that I appreciate these ladies around me so much, because my name is on this shit.
Right.
And everybody know I come with the South. Everybody know I come with the K. But at the same time, they wearing Sippin' with Sammie tees, drinking out of Sippin' with Sammie cups. She got her name on the mic, my name on it too. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I loved it.
The backdrop is Font Productions on the Scene magazine, Sippin' with Sammie, but this platform has my name on it. And that's part of my legacy as we speak to, right?
Right.
So, like, we got to celebrate that. That's what we celebrate. We celebrating the fact that they put up with my bullshit, my yo, can we do something tomorrow's? Yo, y'all got time tonight? You know what I mean? I got so-and-so coming into town real quick. We got to get them. Like, they figured it out, and they sacrificed for that. So that's what we celebrate, for real, for real. I don't even care about numbers. I care about consistency. Any business or great hustle is built off of quality and consistency.
All day with those two, the numbers will come, bro.
That's
So
from the streets.
about the numbers.
That's from the streets to the beats. It's the same shit.
Yep.
It's about quality and consistency and timing.
I'm glad you said that, because now that I know that you guys are a traveling podcast, we gonna talk. We got a space.
Let's
for
figure
you.
some things out. Like
we got a space for you.
I mean, Font Production is an event curator. We book festivals and all that, so we can figure out some shit. Like, it could be whatever y'all want to do. We just gotta make sure everybody's safe. But it's looking like we getting closer to that. We getting closer to them times to have some fun.
You know what? We're not rushing it. You know,
Me neither.
You know, we're not rushing it. We're adjusting and adapting just like everyone else. But again, we're going to talk, and we're going to, bring some ideas together to benefit everyone. So we're on the same page.
No, that's what it is, and I'm excited to hear that, because, like I say, and I always told y'all, y'all can always come to glocawear any fly day, and we got y'all. Whether that's a little time or a lot of time, let us know how much time you got. But that's not even you could call me that day.
Right.
And I could figure it out for you. But I make time for my people, and that's one thing I always. What's the point of having your own shit if you can't treat it like your own shit? You see what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to chase anything.
That's bullshit.
I shouldn't have to chase anything. I've interviewed big motherfuckers, quote unquote, to the up and comings and seen them rise. I've been the first one to play songs on radio that got national attention and did big things for artists. Like, I've been able to do that, but at the same time, my people is my people.
Yeah. Yep.
Everything in between counts for me.
Right.
Everything in between counts for me. I don't know how to play about my people.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying? It's about us, bro.
It's always about us. Always about us. It's always about us. I've been fighting for us my whole life in one way or another. It just took for recently for me to figure that out.
Right.
That's what I said earlier about being introspective. Like, I really look at the pattern of my life and was like, well, some of these things remain true.
Yeah.
No matter how far left I went, I never disregarded other things.
Yep.
I never disregarded other things. The reason that I actually was able to be brought back was because left didn't really feel right.
Right.
And I was in a position. I was blessed to make.
You're a rapper.
But I was blessed to make that decision for myself.
Exactly.
I didn't have to sit down and figure that out. You see what I'm saying? Cause Lord knows. Linda said last week more than twice, probably 3-4 times. She said this boy ain't think he was gonna make it to 21.
Wow. To hear that from your mama?
She knew. When people look at me now and think I'm doing something crazy, I'm like, Linda knows shit you don't know, right?
Right.
You ain't like it. Ain't you can't go. You can't go tell my mama. You can't even go tell my grandmama. Cause I'm not fake around my folks.
Right.
Not at all.
No need for surprises.
But first of all, you look just like her. That part.
Absolutely. Don't he?
She fronting on me now. She fronting. She got Invisalign. She cut her hair off.
She got that Gap clothes, bro.
She cut her hair off. Man. She don't want my face no more.
I was so mad when she did that. I said, "Yo, no." I said, "That's your face, like, yo."
About my girl.
At this point, don't fix what's not broken. You know
my lady is 70 and gorgeous. She ain't need nothing.
You better talk about it.
You know what I'm saying,
lady, bro? Listen,
man.
All do, yes.
Linda, yes.
I'm about to call her right now. I'm like, yo, what's up, mom?
No, but I'm gonna definitely get her on here. We gonna pull up on her at her spot. We gonna kick it and sip where she sip at.
It might be a family affair. Don't tell me the date, because I'm gonna pull up too. I'm gonna come in.
I'm gonna be on the patio.
I'm completely capable of major productions. I could put a camera on every patio out that bitch.
I know that's right. Yeah.
And I ain't lying.
Let me know about that one.
Right.
But I'm gonna get Linda on because the people want to see Linda. Everybody that comes on here that's known me at some point brings Linda.
Right.
Yeah.
She sounds like the angel that nobody's ever seen at this point. Like, so we got to get her on here.
Man. Well, make sure you bring James on too, man. Don't forget about the brother. Man.
I gotta be careful with him. He might fall asleep.
I mean, come on, man. We know he's gonna we know that, but
it gotta be before bedtime. It gotta be before bedtime.
You gotta do them like they do the husbands on how. You gotta do them like they do the husbands on the reunions. Just bring them out at the end so that he only be here for a couple minutes.
No, real rap. We take it to the barbershop, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get him in his element. You know what I'm saying? You know he's not gonna fall asleep then.
The barbershop could be figured out, but he wouldn't want to be a focal point.
Really?
Yeah.
He wouldn't want to be a focal point. You know him, bro. He cooler than me.
He is cool as shit.
He cooler than me. I remember my sister geeking at a wedding like, "Daddy," and he gave her the hip. He did this on his hip. Let me show. I'm gonna stand
right, exactly.
Like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
He gave her the hip wave. This nigga don't lose formation. He military, baby. He military, like.
Yeah, he cool as shit.
That is funny.
It's okay.
No, it just be moments. Like, and I'll tell y'all this real quick since y'all know my family. I remember not knowing that my dad was funny until we went to a family reunion one time. And it was the worst trip to a family reunion we ever had. Flights got canceled. We ran all around the airport on some OJ shit. All the white people got on flights. All the black people were still left without a flight. My dad almost got arrested because he snapped in there. So we had to run and get on a flight that didn't have a connecting flight to it.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
So then we had to rent a car and drive
for
hours. So we driving. We get there. It's banquet night. You know, all the family is at the dinner together. And all these motherfuckers want to do is talk to my dad and my uncle all night. And they're surrounded and they dead tired. And my dad, you know, he grew up in a barbershop. You know how to entertain. This motherfucker shucked and jived for hours. And I was like, yo, this nigga is funny.
That's when you found out.
I swear. And then, like, after that, we would have Pollyannas.
How old were you?
I don't know. Shit, I was listening to Grave Diggers. Grave Diggers was out that year, so.
Bro, you talking the 90s, bro.
Yeah, I was young. I might have been like 14, 15, somewhere around there.
Grave Diggers.
Yeah.
And it was
but
like.
But he had to figure out his age by way of music.
Exactly.
No, music has been my entire life. The only, like,
yo.
They could take everything out my room. If you didn't take my radio, I didn't give a fuck.
Right.
You can give a fuck, right? Yo, music is all our lives, bro.
It's
Like
been
that
my
helps us timeline some shit, don't it?
And that's what he just did. He was like,
I've been rapping since I was 12 years old. I started rapping the Funkified instrument.
Say word.
No bullshit. And I was winning. I battled everybody in my neighborhood to the point that they took me to a 25-year-old nigga and he grinded me up and told me to keep doing my thing. Like I was.
And that was respect.
I was out here. Like I asked Linda around 12 years old if she would be mad if I grew up to be a rapper.
Right.
I didn't really like her response, which is probably why I didn't really pursue it. But at the same time, like I've always been able to hop in the cypher and act crazy.
Right.
I know that's right.
I've never had to have something prepared. I always know how to just feed off of energy.
Yeah.
But my ear, oh my God.
That's
my
nice.
ear,
That's nice.
whew. Like no bullshit. Like it's worth paying for me to sit in your studio session.
Right.
Right.
I like that.
I mean, talk that shit.
I've been in a room full of people that had invested interest in the artist and nobody heard what I heard and they argued about it.
Right.
In front of my man one time and he was like, bro, that was crazy. I was right. And it was literally something as simple as they like, that's 16 bars. I'm like, that's 8.
And you stood your ground. I heard what I heard.
And they ran it back, but it was the pace of the song that like, if like, bro, a count is a count. I don't give a fuck how long it sound like.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4 is a fucking bar.
It's a bar, right?
I said I might give y'all 12, but that's an 8. Right. They played it, they argued, they told me I was crazy, and then they said, yo, this nigga's right. I said, yes, she doesn't have to do the work that y'all telling her she has to do. She has to figure this out at that pace.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
It's y'all asking her to do a bunch of shit that don't even fit it.
Right.
My man was like, bro, I'm never going to ask you about nothing again. Like, you just fucked up. Like, it was the engineer, 2 managers, and some other nigga, a drug dealer nigga, that all had money invested in this shit.
And look, and you there chilling. Like, oh.
She doing a feature for somebody from Europe.
Right.
And niggas can't count.
They can't count. They can't count.
What we talking about here?
Right.
What's going on? And I'm not saying anything about, like, it's the thing was that I got it so early that they didn't get it. If we'd have played it 2 more times before I said it, they'd have heard it.
Right.
But I could be talking to you. If it don't feel right in the back, it don't feel right in the back. I know what catches me. So what caught me was, yo, that's over? So I just bet on it. I didn't have to hear it back.
Right.
Nobody heard it back at that point. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, no, that was 8. And they like, no, it's a 6. I'm like, yo, I didn't hear it 16. I don't even know what words she said. It didn't feel like her verse is supposed to be.
You know the timing of it.
It just didn't feel right. So my ear is fucking crazy. All that to say that. My ear is ridiculous. I've been a part of a lot of records that I'm proud of. Like my studio sessions, everybody get their shit off. Real shit. But anyway, anything you want to say before we get out of here, man?
No, yes. What I want to say is that this has been a really I feel like I'm on some peace and love with them. Like I feel like I just feel the love.
Well, they folk.
From
I
them.
told you.
Yeah, but
they look like the opposite of us. He's light, she's a little brown, and we never mind.
Nigga, I'm brown. Nigga, I'm not light. I'm brown.
Child, he drunk.
You ain't even drunk no brown. That was tequila and vodka. It looked like.
Yo, y'all are funny. But no, I just want to say this is really a dope vibe. I want to thank you for the love that you exuded, the gems. You definitely dropped a lot of good information. I want to tell you, just keep doing your thing. I know that we're all faced with some challenges, but I salute you for your time in the game and for what you're about to do. Was meant for you to do. So, salute to you for that. And thanks for being on our platform. And yeah, we can't wait to see who got laundry.
Yeah.
That part. Who got laundry?
Let the people know how to tell you that they got the shit.
Who got laundry?
Wow.
Gang shit.
Gang shit.
Yo, you can find us on
really.
You can find us on Instagram. Got laundry ? We are about to resume our residential services April 19th.
We coming for y'all. We coming.
So again, you got laundry, you need it done. Give us a call. So thank you so much. We're family, we're friends, and we were just so privileged and happy to be here. Thank you.
Man, it's always love on my side. We gonna get dinner soon or something. Chop it up.
Please.
You know what I mean? I might even bring the South with me.
Come on,
I want.
We gotta catch a happy hour. It's only right we catch a happy hour.
Let's do it.
It's a date.
Let's do it.
That's what we doing. We gonna figure that out real soon.
Can't wait.
All right, sounds like a plan. We got some things. We got some homework, so we're gonna do our part. You do
Matter
your
of fact,
part.
that's when we gonna discuss the vision at happy hour.
Perfect.
Listen,
That way the
pull
juices
up.
is flowing.
Right.
Pull up at the mall. I got something for
The
you.
juices.
The juices.
No, I do.
That's right.
It's flowing.
I do appreciate y'all. I do love y'all. And this is Sippin' with Sammie. This has been Sippin' with Sammie. Will forever be Sippin' with Sammie. Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Get your fucking life together. And make sure if you got laundry, you hit my folks up, man. Because they need it. They'll take it. They'll handle it.
We saving relationships. We saving families. We saving lives. You got laundry. We got you.
Say that. Heavy talk. Talk to y'all soon, yo.
Love you.
Love you too.
I love it.
I get out of here.
I just had to get there. I love bitches, thorough bitches, hood bitches.